Mistress Carrie, weekdays 10 to 3 on WAAF. Podcasts are always online and on your schedule at WAAF.com.
Let's do it.
Hi, Zakk.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's going on?
I am getting ready for my anal bleaching appointment and then shaving my legs and then getting ready for the big Black Label Pilates session.
20 years this year for Black Label, right?
20-year birthday for Black Label, and we're having a birthday cake that says Happy Birthday Black Label Society. 30 more years to go to catch the Rolling Stones. Get to work, you rookies.
And they just won a Grammy.
And they're still padding that number up.
Yeah.
So it may be 40 pretty soon.
Black Label started the year I started on the air at AAF. That's how long it's been. It's crazy.
There you go.
And this year is 30 years since you started playing with Ozzy, right?
Yes, 30 years. It's 30 years with the Boss, 20 years with Black Label, and the Yankees still have 27 titles in New York.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Let's just add it to that.
Listen, It's February in Boston. Right now, we just want to talk about your words, Captain America,
yes.
Tom Brady.
Captain America, and obviously we're pulling for him again because we want our beloved Giants to be the only team that
beats them in the Super Bowl? Yeah.
But no, he truly is we were having a debate about the greatest quarterbacks. My guy would be Joe Montana. And then you have, obviously, Father Bradshaw. You know, the only guys that could sit at that table.
Right.
That elite table. So it would be Captain America. You know, it would be Father Bradshaw was first, then Joe Montana, then Captain America. There's only three that can sit there with that many rings.
Right.
You know, that's the elite three. But we were talking about this before. The reason why Captain America, you have to put him down as the greatest, is because neither Terry nor Father Joe had free agency they had to deal with. So basically Captain America is dealing with a college football team every year. No, I'm just saying in regards to
new players coming in.
New players every day because they graduate, so they're gone. So we got new kids coming in.
New coaches, too. He's gone through coaching staffs,
But the one constant, which is awesome, is his Coach Belichick. You know, whereas Roger Staubach had Landry and Bradshaw had Chuck Noll and, you know, Bill Walsh was with Montana. I'm just saying that's you need that constant. You know what I mean? I'm saying when you look at the winning combinations, it's always a great head coach and a great quarterback together for an extended period of time. You know what I mean?
Ownership that will invest in the team.
We can interchange pieces, but I mean, I'm just saying, but that's the constant. But I mean, but the whole thing is, but he never had a Jerry Rice that's there his whole career. He had Wes Welker, and he had
Randy Moss. The first.
No, that's not. Randy was there for about 10 plays, and then he was gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Randy was at the end of his career anyways. You know, Randy Moss is a Minnesota Viking. I mean, if he goes into the Hall of Fame, it's as a Minnesota Viking. But I mean, that's like saying Johnny Damon was a New York Yankee. I mean,
no, please don't even get me going there.
Hey, listen,
I saw him cut his hair off and wear those pinstripes, a little part of my soul died.
So anyway,
I know.
So what I'm just saying is this, though. What I'm saying is this. And so did Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth won as a Yankee.
Oh, my God. Zakk, really?
Oh, I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I know. You always
but anyway,
throw it in there.
But he's had all that. And then not only that, what he has that the other pontiffs of the quarterback position, Montana and Bradshaw, they never tasted defeat and came back.
Yeah.
So and Captain America
twice.
No, what I'm just saying is, you know, you could say, yeah, but he lost. I go, yeah, but he lost and came back. So what I'm just saying is like that's a fortitude. That's some testicular fortitude right there. Because then if you lose, it's like, well, let's see what he's made out of.
Yeah.
And then he came back and then lost again and then came back again. So whereas you can't even put the other guys never had that. So you can't say if they would have lost and never won again. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's going to be an interesting game this weekend.
And it'll also be interesting because any kid that comes after Captain America, even if he wins 5 in a row, they'll go, yeah, but he's never lost any and came back. That'll be the test to say he's not as good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or had to come back like last year.
Yeah.
I mean, we all still have ulcers
that's all, I mean,
from
to
that
come
game.
back, without a doubt. But I mean, I'm just saying to have lost and then to saddle up and come back and win it again, as opposed to just fading into obscurity. And, you know, like some boxers, they lose and they're done. They're finished.
Yeah.
They never come back. You know what I mean? So, you know, that really is huge of your character. You know what I mean? To be able to just go, all right, well, we lost and let's just regroup, and then we'll come back and we'll do it again. So something has to be said for that, because he didn't do it just once, did it twice. So, I'll be going with Captain America. I'll be rooting for Captain America.
Good. That's good to hear. Well, speaking of coming back,
Rooted for him last year as well.
I know you did. You're back with Ozzy, which was a huge announcement.
Yes, I am back with Oz. I guess, Gus is doing Firewind, and Gus is a good buddy of mine, and he's just a monster on the fiddle. And Gus was, he was like, Zachy, Gus is going to be doing the Firewind thing. He's doing some solo things. Are you available for dishes and laundry and making my ham sandwiches going light on the mustard? I said, yes. I can do that.
Now, Ozzy's saying this is his big farewell, final victory lap with all of his solo stuff. Can you really imagine a day that Ozzy actually retires?
I remember back in 91 doing the No More Tours tour.
Yeah, I know. I still have the shirt.
So this is the extended No More Tours tour of the No More Tours tour. Yes. And so the tour is still going.
Yeah.
But we will end it.
25
and
years.
2020, the No More Tours tour, that's touring again tour, that would tour.
Right.
Because we are touring tour.
The
is
reunion
going,
final
and
tour.
And then it should end in 2020.
Yeah. Well, you've had plenty of things to keep yourself occupied during your Ozzy hiatus. Your coffee videos are hilarious, and your guitars are awesome. Where are you finding all this time?
Let's not forget my breast reduction.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. They hid the scars well.
I told Barb it's a penile reduction. She said, oh, you're so silly.
How many years has she been putting up with your crap now?
Well, it's 33.
Oh, my God.
Years, but we're celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
That's coming up. So,
do you should give marriage advice.
No,
what marriage advice would you give? What's the secret to longevity?
Keep her heavily sedated, so she doesn't know
that she's still married to you after 25 years.
So she just continues to make horrendous decisions. So that's what you do.
Well, tell me about.
I really am adorable.
Yeah. You are. Tell me about the other ventures. Like why did you want to get involved with Death Wish, and why did you want to start making your own guitars?
Well, no, for me, it's just a natural progression. It's just like, Carlton Fisk playing with the Red Sox. Then he coaches the Red Sox. Then he's general manager. Then head of VP of operations. And it's like the only next step for him is to be an owner. And then, then he buys the New York Yankees and beats the Red Sox all the time. That's Carlton Fisk. What do you think about that?
I think that sucks ass. That's what I think.
That's a love story right there. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, so no. But for me, it was just a natural progression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and so, with being with Gibson, it just I couldn't ask for anything more. I got treated amazing, and they're like family to me. So, and the same thing with Marshall and everything like that. But it'd be like, Carlton Fisk. Got treated like family with the Red Sox, and then. He's like, I couldn't ask to be treated any better. But it's just like, now it's time for me I want to be a team owner. So he's involved with everything. You know what I mean? So, I'm talking down to the parking, down to the restaurants.
Are you really involved hands-on in that much minutia with the business?
Well, I'm just saying, let's say if Carlton Fisk ended up buying the Red Sox. And, he was like, man, even when I was playing, I remember I saying, I always wanted to put seats above the Green Monster. You know what I mean? And that was Carlton Fisk's idea. He was like, back in 75, I wanted to put seats up there. I always thought to myself, that would be so cool to have
the
seats
view is
up
pretty badass up there.
No, it's awesome. But I'm just saying, let's say if he was thinking about that even back in 75, when they were playing the Big Red Machine or whatever, and he was just like, and now that he's the owner, he's like, dude, we're going to do it. No, but because he's the owner now, and then he, let's say he wants to build the whole street around Fenway. He wants to make it like shopping and just like a giant mall all the way around. You know what I'm just saying? Where he's involved with everything around that area, and just aside of the trades, the play, down to the way the grass is cut. You know what I'm saying? So just because he loves doing it, it's not for everybody. I'm just saying, because I know some of my friends are like, Zakk, all I want to do is just play and go home, dude. You know what I mean? So, but I love doing everything. I've always done all the merch ideas, the album art, I'm involved with all this stuff, because whenever we looked at all the Zeppelin covers or Sabbath covers or whatever, to me, I thought it, and even reading the thing with Jimmy Page, it's down. He even said it's the whole thing. I mean, that's just to him. He goes, that was just as important with the, you know, the art is just as important as the music, and it all goes together. So I mean, it's just like, I just love being involved with all of it. And as far as the guitars, instead of having just a couple signature guitars, I was just like, yeah, it'd be great to have just complete lines of guitars. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just a matter of branching out into it. But like you said, it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to do it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it'd be like back in the day if I was a kid, you know, having a paper route, then I'm mowing lawns, then I figure out how to take care of pools. So I can clean people's pools, and I go door to door doing that. And it's just like, you know,
I would love to see the look on.
I enjoy working. You know what I mean? Like with the touring, whether it's I'm out on the road, I'm probably doing like over 300 shows a year. But I mean, I love getting on stage every night. Like when I go to the gym to work out or whatever, I mean, I look forward to it. To me, it's not work. But, you know, I mean, I can understand if somebody was like, yeah, you know, like Dorian Yates, you know, like one of my favorite bodybuilders. He is my favorite. But, I mean, the whole thing is like, even with him, he said like his last Master Olympia, he just goes, it wasn't a passion anymore. It was like started turning into a job. And he goes, I got out at the right time. You know, like when he retired, he was just like, nah, it's the right time because I it's not fun anymore. It's not that it's not fun anymore. It's just before it was like I was driven to do it. Now it's turning into a job. Like I'm clocking in, you know. So, but I don't feel like that. You know what I mean? I still look forward to getting together with the guys and us going and doing this stuff. You know.
You look like you're having a blast with all your social media stuff. And I look back, okay, this year it's your 30th anniversary with Ozzy.
I do look like I'm having a blast with the social media stuff.
But do you hate it or do you love it?
No, I'm. That's the only thing that keeps me going because I'm miserable on the inside because I got to hang around with these clowns. That's why.
But can you imagine 30 years ago when you started with Ozzy and all the craziness in the late 80s, if iPhones and social media had been around?
No, we still would have been doing this then. Ozzy would have been knocking me out all the time. I mean, the last thing he knocked me out, like Sabatini, little Sabbath Page is like, Mommy, play that again. I want to see Uncle Ozzy knock Daddy out. You know what I mean? It's just, if this was going around when I first joined Oz back in '88, we would have been doing the same ridiculous, corny crap we're doing now. So without a doubt.
But there would have been a lot more video evidence of some of the craziness, the shenanigans back in the day.
No, I think it just would have been just as silly as it is now. You know, I mean, just because I don't drink alcohol, I mean, I've replaced it with glue and paint chips. You know, and like I said, the results are astoundingly the same. I mean, it's less caloric, but I mean, I still wake up with my pants around my ankles, and I have no recollection of what happened last night. And the fellas assure me, dude, it was hysterical last night. And I'm like, okay, and it's great. I mean, like unless I get a grocery list of apologies I have to give out to, you know. But I mean, but aside of that, it's okay.
Every time you come to town, I always ask you because I think you would love it. Have you gotten to the point where you're going to let me take you skydiving yet?
I don't know. Maybe, Philly, are you up for skydiving? Oh, you said you're staying on the ground, buddy.
I ask every time you're here. I try to get you to go. I think your beard and free fall would be hilarious.
You said you loved it. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Now, how many times have you gone out since?
Oh, I go all the time. I have my license.
You go every time now?
Yeah, I go by myself.
Wow. So now you don't even need the trainer anymore?
No. I haven't needed that for years. No, wow. I have my license.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you ever want to go, I know you're going to be back. They haven't officially announced the Ozzy date yet, but I know you'll be back if you want to go.
Probably wait until maybe after the Ozzy thing.
Just in case.
Yeah, because I'm sure Mom would just be like, what an idiot.
And that's Sharon, for anybody that doesn't know who you're talking about when you say Mom.
Which who I lovingly refer to as my mom. So, yes. Yeah, Mrs. O would not be too happy with that. You know, if I mess up my toenail polish or something like that, you can't have that.
Yeah, no. Or your hands.
I'm not really worried about that. I'm just worried about the anal bleaching. I mean, if I scratch my anus or something like that, if I hit the ground and hit my tushy too hard or something like that,
I didn't know there was a place in Worcester that did anal bleaching, but I'm glad that there is.
It's awesome.
Let me know if they're good.
It looks amazing.
If there's a group rate.
Yes.
I'll bring in a whole bunch of people.
I'll have a whole batch of gals.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me. It's so nice to see you again.
Well, it's great seeing you. You're going to stick around for the big Pilates session,
yes,
aren't you?
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
I've limbered up. I'm ready to go.
Good. Let's do this.
Mistress Carrie, weekdays 10 to 3 on WAAF. Podcasts are always online and on your schedule at WAAF.com.